Hey guys. Just felt like I come on for a little bit and before I get to my work tasks for the day. It's saying it's not being recorded. What does that mean? What does that mean? I don't know what that means. It's saying it's not being recorded. I'm out of space. How can I be out of space? Hey, Joe Morgan. I haven't even read my emails yet. So, or my comments on I'm eating my breakfast. I actually stopped after I dropped the kids off and got some hash browns. I haven't done that all week. I've come right home and cooked, but you know what? I got a lot to do. How are you, Joe? Where's my hash brown? Oh, Jesus, my medicine bottle fell in my sweet and sour sauce. I didn't realize I had my sweet and sour sauce sitting on top of my soda. And then it just knocked over my bottle of blood pressure pills. Hey, Jean J. Mama Bear! I just figured I'd get on for a little while. I don't know if crazy's going on. I didn't see anything. I didn't see trusts on at all. So, you know what? I figured I'd sneak in while I had a moment to do a live. Every time I wake up, someone's doing a live. I lost my... Oh, it's right here. My bad. Hold on, and I'm going to drop the link. I'm going to drop the link for any of y'all want to come up here. Yeah, I'm not staying long, Mama Bear, because I've got brownies to make, cookies to make, table to clean off, canning jars to put away, cases of food to put away that I bought. So I have a lot to do today, and I just got off the phone with Sierra's gym teacher. I got to call the nurse because they never got that order. They never got the letter from the doctor's office saying she could have her inhaler. But everything worked out with that. She understands. I was going to give Sierra her other inhaler to take to school, and she was so afraid of getting in trouble, she did not want to take it. So I said, then I'm going to call, because I don't know what time your gym class is, and I don't know if the nurse will read the email before your gym class. But it all worked out. She can walk down, get her inhaler, take it to gym, and then return it after. And she can actually keep it with her all day because they do math things for math class outside. So she said, that sometimes in math class they go outside, and she may need it even then. So, and that was got from the nurse. I didn't even realize Sierra went outside in math class sometimes. Almost got into I know you were with a mask, Karen abusing my dad and was extremely rude. Man at the grocery store. People are acting crazy. Hey, Gardner Josh, how are you, honey? Say hi to Leah. Mama Bear, say hi to your husband, too. I'm having a hash brown, guys. Hey, Tasha. I call everybody by their YouTube name. I don't call them by their real name, but for some reason, Tasha, I remember Tasha before I don't know. So I call you Tasha. I was watching you this morning on your live. I was trying to get the kids ready, so I couldn't really, comment, and I was listening. I had it on, and excuse me, I'm shoving food in my face. It was nice to see you, because I got up and I went, who's live? Let's see who's live. And then I'm like, I really shouldn't be doing this. I have to get the kids ready. But I'm like, I'm going to turn it up and listen while I'm running around. They didn't like it when I'm ripping my I had an ex, my boy's father, that used to get mad and just rip his shirts in half. It was always tank tops or something, but he always ripped his shirts. How's everybody? It's Friday. You know what? I shouldn't be eating in front of y'all, but I'm hungry. And I got a lot to do. Yeah, I didn't really know what was going on too much with all that. Because I don't follow Gray Man. So I didn't know. But it is what it is. I honestly haven't been getting to a lot of my channels on my subscription list because I've been doing so much around here. So I don't really watch a lot. And if I do, sometimes I don't even comment because I'm just trying to get to the next video. I usually will give that thumbs up button, but if I don't make a comment, it's no disrespect to anybody. It's just I got a lot going on, and I'm trying to, I if you saw this house, watch. I mean, look at the mess I got over there. I got to put all that downstairs. There's cases and cases of water. I got more over there on the table and on the floor. My kitchen's a disaster. So I'll pop on a live. I'll throw some videos down. I go check my, like early in the morning when I wake up, I try to watch some videos on my favorite subscribers list. And I'm going to be honest, Gray Man is just not one of my favorite channels. He never was. I tend towards finding channels that I can learn recipes, canning, dehydrating, things like that. Gardening. I have a lot of channels that you guys probably don't even know. They're like gardening channels and cooking shows channels. That's where I spend a lot of my time. And then I'll go into your channels and I'll watch and stuff like that. Like I was able to watch Craig the Hunter this morning saying he got his power back. So that's probably why I'm never in the loop on what's going on with everybody in the community. But that's okay. I prefer to keep it that way because then I'm not dragged into shit. Yeah, your gun friends. Yep, I get it. We all have our interests. I wasn't even part of this. Originally, I started watching recipes. That's all I wasn't even looking up canning when I first got on YouTube last year. It was all about finding recipes and watching people make dishes. And it kind of branched out into Sutton's Days and Linda's Pantry. And that's how I got my foot in the door. And Needy Homesteader. I love her. So that's where I spend a lot of my time. No disrespect to anybody. It's just, I love looking for new recipes. I just did a video with Angela's. Oh my God, there was no leftovers. Chris inhaled it. I inhaled it. So Angela, if you're listening, that was the bomb diggity bomb recipe ever. Thank you so much. It was so good, guys. I forgot my cigarette. That's why I didn't have a cigarette in the car when I dropped the kids off. Usually when I drop them off at the school, I'll light up and have one on the way home. I don't try not to smoke with them in the car. And I didn't have any. I was like, ah! I thought I can remember filling up my cigarette box, but it's empty. So I must have filled it up the other day. Fireman HVAC. Hi. Oh, Mama Bear. He inhaled that dinner. There was no leftovers. The whole thing was gone. He ate 2 or 3 big plates full. I can't wait to see Giggles and tell her. Freaking fabulous. I even ate it. I'm my own worst critic, too. It was awesome. I got more cabbage. Can you freeze cabbage? Probably not. Hey, Gardener Josh, can you freeze a head of cabbage? Probably not, right? I never bought cabbage. I think I bought it one time when I was like in my early 20s. I made those roll-ups with the rice and the hamburger. And I still didn't eat the outer layer with the leaf. I just ate the inner part. I'm going to drop the video tomorrow, Joe Morgan. It is cut up cabbage and onions and chicken sausage. I threw bacon bits on the top. But it was Angela's. She sent me a picture of what she made the other night, and I was like, How did you do that? I want to know. It looks so good. And it was freaking, and I did not think I would like it because of the cabbage, but it was, I sprinkled a little pink Himalayan salt on my plate. It was so good. It was good. I'm going to drop the video tomorrow. I think today's video was, what did I drop today? Did I even drop one today? I did it early this morning, and I can't remember which video I did. Hold on. My cigarette went out. Oh, I did my chuck roast because that was something I canned the other day. So I dropped that video. Hey, Be Charming. And no, I'm not sitting on my foot. It's so funny because last night I'm on the couch and I had my legs crossed under me. And I knew better because Chris usually has to help me off the couch when I do that. And I'm in chat with I don't remember whose video. But Han Solo said, you better not be sitting on your feet on the chat, on the TV. And Chris is like cracking up because I was literally lifting my legs up because they were starting to hurt from sitting on my foot. He goes, he knows. I said, yeah, they all know. Yeah, I just dropped the canning roast, which I'm going to open that jar, I think, this weekend because if Stedding comes, Chris is going to end up going to work Saturday. He originally wasn't going to do it, but Stedding may not get here till late afternoon. So, Chris, why waste a whole day of work? We really need him to be working right now. Hey, Crazy Irish, Lorraine. So, I'm going to save that jar of the roast chunks I canned with the cactus dust for when he gets here. We'll see how we all like it. Hey, Dawn Light. Yes, you do, Be Charming. Yes, you do. Good morning, everybody. I figured there was no one going live. I was going to jump on for a little bit. I'm not staying on too long because, like I said, I got cookies to make and brownies to make and things like that. So, if Crazy, are you going to go live at all? Because if you do, I'll bring my laptop in there after my live's done. And while I'm baking, I'll just be on live because I wasn't going to do videos on it. It's just box mixes and box cakes. So I could put my laptop on and be in your live while I'm baking. It's basically just plopping them on the cookie sheet and put them in the oven. You know what I mean? Yeah, Han Solo. Oh, my God. We were both cracking up because I'm like, he knows me so well. I was usually lay on the couch this way. And but I was sitting up with my feet tucked under me. Tasha!
Hey, girl.
Hi, honey girl.
Oh, I just had to hop up for a minute. I have to show Josh. Yes, I did get my coffee. See? Ta-da.
That looks like Pioneer Woman.
Yeah, it is. I don't want my kitchen looking like it threw up Pioneer Woman, but I do like a little touch now and then. I love these cups.
Yeah,
Look how big it is. It's as big as my fat head.
I got her bowls. Chris bought me a set of bowls, and it's those colors. Such pretty colors.
I
It's like
know.
a red
I love
one, a teal one, and then I forget what the other color was.
It reminds me so much of like the stuff like when my, growing up, like my grandparents and stuff would have, and just retro brings me back.
All right, I'm putting Crazy Irish on there. Hold on.
Oh, boy.
I was hiding around the corner because I'm like, all right, I just got out of the shower.
You pulled the
enough
lead.
so you can see my face, so you knew it was me. And you're like,
I did that yesterday. Because Tasha.
Yeah.
When I go take a shower, I like it steaming hot to where my skin gets burnt off. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So yesterday I'm in the shower and I come out and then I'll come out and sit here in my towel for a good hour to cool down.
Okay.
Cigarette. So before I realized what I was doing, I joined her live and I had my towel going,
I thought you had like one of those, those tube top thingies on without the straps.
I was in my towel.
Shirts.
And I planned on dropping my cam after she let me in. So
her hair was beautiful. It was dry, so it looked like she was normal, not in a towel, just come out of her skivvies.
I mean, my towel was up to here. You couldn't see nothing. But I didn't hit the stop cam button quick enough when I got up on it. So they all can see my bare shoulders and then the towel going across.
Oh my gosh, that's
She was
funny.
just doing that. She's in a towel too.
I was just peeking my head around the corner of the computer.
Oh, we're a bunch, aren't we?
No, I'll go
Oh.
live later on. My FedEx friend is coming to give me a ride up to the pharmacy because she's got to go to an appointment. So she said she would grab me on her way.
All right. Yeah, I wasn't staying along. I want to go and because if Steading's coming, I got to clean up this pothole of a house here. At least he can sit down at the table. You know,
Oh my.
I just want to say hi to everybody. I miss everybody. I'm not on as much as I was. Like yesterday, I was in and out because I had a lot to do. I vacuum sealed half my house away to yesterday.
Did you get the graham crackers done?
I got graham crackers, saltines, mini oyster crackers. I got saltines. I got
Anything you need for a soup?
everything, and then some. And I still got Ritz ones in there. Can we vac seal Ritz? I never did Ritz.
Yep.
Have you ever done it, Tasha?
The vacuum sealing the crackers?
Yeah, in glass jars. I done.
Yeah, no, I haven't. Who was it? Oh, it wasn't Starry Hilder. It was Janie Pendleton. I'd seen her do it before.
She's the first one I ever watched.
Yeah.
She's when I first found YouTube, I was following her religiously. I did my canning my stock. I did it her way, roasting the vegetables, and she's been gone a while.
Yeah, I know they were built a new house, or they were building a new house, and I have her as a friend over on Facebook, but I haven't checked in. I'm not over there very much anymore,
Yeah, me neither.
I just, with all of the censorship, it's even worse than what's over here. So I just I do it to check in on mainly my family, extended family. But
yeah, but she's the first one I watched.
Yeah,
and I was going bananas with the canning and the vac sealing and everything. I remember her cracker one, but I don't remember Ritz.
Yeah,
I
don't know. I don't remember if she ever did a Ritz one.
What you do is I would leave it in the packaging itself, but open it up and then vacuum it, so it's got that around it, so you can crush it as much.
And
I know she
dry
vanilla Oreos.
I know she dry canned a bunch of stuff in the oven, but you also have to be careful with that, because actually, if you look on all of those jar companies' websites, they say that their jars are not recommended to do that in the oven.
I didn't do that, but I did watch her do the cookies, because she did her Oreos, her vanilla Oreos or pumpkin Oreos or something. And she did the Chips Ahoy. That's why I have tons of Chips Ahoy. I
talked to her about those cookies not too terribly long ago. I mean, it's been probably 6 months, and she said, those things are still good.
They are.
Yeah.
I opened the jar a year and a half later, and they're still fine. And so are the saltines.
She opened hers like 5 or 6 years later, and they're still good.
They're still
good. Vacuum sealing works. It saves your jars also, because you honestly cannot fit a whole sleeve of Ritz crackers unless you get the huge, giant 32-ounce jars.
Right.
That's what I did yesterday. I did all mine in the big half-gallon jars. I could get 2 sleeves of saltines in each jar.
Yeah.
See, you know what Mouse Toes would say at all of that, though?
What?
She says that the jars are precious real estate, and she wouldn't be doing any dry canning, any kind of vacuum sealing, because those are precious real estate.
I don't put them in the oven and dry can. That's a no-no. I know that, because they're not meant for that.
Right. Oh no, I mean even the vacuum sealing, but she just those are like precious jewels to her. The canning jars.
They are for me too.
Yeah.
It depends on what your family eats and uses. I don't have anything that I can in those big jars. I think they're only good for like broths, aren't they?
Probably. And I mean, the thing is, everybody's going to place their own value on that jar and on what they store in it.
Yep.
So if you're happy storing crackers in there, go for it. If you're happy storing dry beans in there, go for it. It's what you want to do and prepare for your own family. And so, but yeah, I just hear, how she is. I just hear her voice in my head. Because she's so sassy.
Like I save my wide mouth jars for the meats, because it's easy to get your hand in there.
Yep.
And like my broths and sauce and my stocks, I use the regular mouth because they just pour right out.
Yeah.
Yep. And like the pints seem to work better for us for the serving sizes, like for ground beef.
Yeah.
So I place what we're going to use for the size of the jars. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah. Yeah. That's smart. That's the way you got to do it. Like,
But I've learned all that from all of everybody I followed on here.
yeah, that's what happens.
Yep.
Yeah. That's,
Well, I love everybody. Y'all helped me out a great deal over the last year and a half.
Now I'm not in the towel. I'm gonna.
I know I got my sweater back on. It's silly.
It's nice out today. It's
It's
wicked nice out.
62 here. The
Really?
sun's just coming out.
I bring it. Oh, where's my phone?
It's been
Well,
raining.
see, you know, I like regular mouth for like I've pickled okra, and I really like it for that because that lip at the top, you know, where it curves in a little bit, that's nice to help kind of keep the okra down some too, like when you're canning versus a wide mouth where it just can pop out, you know, because okra's real bad about whenever you're
I've
pickling.
never had okra.
Oh, really?
Nope. I've never had okra. I've never had, I think I tried a piece of a beet, cooked beet when I was younger with my mother.
I've only had okra in
I never tried leek.
jambalaya. I have it. I've had sliced okra and jambalaya.
Uh-huh.
I never had jambalaya.
Depending on the way you cook okra, it's kind of like squash or anything else. It's going to have a different
tell that.
texture. I'm just saying it's a different texture depending on how you cook it. Okay. So like okra is really slimy, like if you boil it or do certain things with it. But like if you fry it, it's not slimy and the slime tends to go away and it's just this crunchy goodness. And if you pickle it, it's the same. I mean, like there's not much slime to it at all. It's just like a pickle kind of, but it's okra. And then if
It
you
depends on how you cook it, basically.
and if you dehydrate it, there's no slime at all. So you can dehydrate it and then eat it like a snack like that. Just dehydrate it. So even if you try something one way, you may, you know, some people may like celery dehydrated. I know
It
Mouse
reminds me
does.
of like a green bean taste, almost like.
Yeah.
Celery
It's
and
like
green
a green
peppers,
bean.
I didn't like dehydrated because it didn't come back.
Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't.
And I tried
Yeah.
chopping it in big chunks to make sure that when I dehydrated it wouldn't shrink so much. And it still shrunk and it was hard.
And the only thing you could probably do with that, like just to get the flavor without having to deal with that odd texture, would probably be to like dehydrate it and then grind it up into like a powder and put it in your soups or whatever. But yeah, that's about the only way I like doing that.
I'm the same way.
Otherwise, I just like freezing my bell peppers or whatever peppers. I freeze them and then I just have them in a baggie and I just pour out however much I need.
watched your video on that. That's how I do it too.
Yeah.
Because I came to the same conclusion. I didn't like them dehydrated. Onions, I love the onions dehydrated. Those are great. But the green peppers, the red peppers, and the celery, I just didn't like them dehydrated. And when I first got my dehydrator last year, I did all that to learn.
Right.
And I tried it and I'm like, no, I don't like them that way.
Mm-hmm.
And I stopped doing those. But I did garlic and I grinded that up and I have a nice good stash of garlic.
Yeah.
So that worked good. I'm learning as I go too.
Well, we all do. We all just keep learning more and more as we go, you know, and learn from each other. And
I'll try okra someday because I am opening my mind up now because of Susanna and a few other people saying trying new things because I never tried new things. I was stuck in my own way. And I've been trying new things little by little, like the cabbage yesterday.
Yeah. Well, you got to think about it this way. Like you can think of something that you love now, but like if you really look at it, it looks totally disgusting. And just imagine if you had never tried it and you just love it, you know?
I was the biggest, stubbornest person not trying new things until recently. I'm starting to try.
Well, that's good. I'm proud of you.
And it was because of everybody on here telling me, you know, just try it. Things, you know, your taste buds change over the years, and they're right. They're right. So I'm getting out of my own way, people. Slowly.
Yes.
It just takes some time.
It just takes time. It does. It just takes time. Did Chris like the cabbage?
There was none left. He ate the whole freaking pan.
Double thumbs up. You guys get each gold star. I can't even. I have not had enough coffee this morning. Good morning, everybody in chat.
It's so nice to have you guys up here. Thanks, Tasha.
Well, you're welcome. I just saw you were up here by yourself and thought, well, I don't
was
want
getting there. I was half in a shower.
Golly, you're leaving her up here by herself, woman.
I talk enough to keep myself company.
See, I hate being just like up by myself. Normally, I'm just like, I like to have like the face that I'm like I'm looking at you here, you know, like I feel like I'm interacting, even though I'm interacting with people on the side. It's just not the same as like seeing people's mannerisms and stuff. So,
oh yeah, well, I'm a mess in a dress, girl.
Oh well, yeah, but that's why we love you, Lee. That's why we love you.
I did
because you're just you, and you're not worried about it. You're just you, and take me or leave me. You know.
Yep, same for me.
Not right now, but
look at me. My hair's a mess. I got my wing kind of going on this.
I haven't been to bed yet. Okay.
I noticed you were on about an hour or so ago.
Yeah.
I thought she was out in the middle of. It's like I was behind us.
No. Yeah, it is 7:46 a.m. here right now.
Oh, so you're only an hour behind us.
Yeah. Okay.
I thought you were further than that. Like time-wise. Oh,
no, I'm Central Time.
Yep. Okay.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I can never remember this whole Central, Mountain, Eastern, all that crap. Just like map. I'm not good with maps either.
My brother's been in Colorado for 25 years, and it took me until my mother had the heart attack to realize what time frame he was behind us.
Still don't remember.
That was just last year.
Lee, let me guess. Like you don't really do the north, south, east, and west thing either.
No, she's west of me, and she's like, I don't know what direction I am.
What does that mean?
I will never make it if I had to leave my home. That's what it would mean. I would be a lost cause.
Well, we're lucky. Like, my son was wondering what directions were from our house, and we have a town that starts with an S south of us. We have a town that starts with an E east of us, and we have a town that starts with a W west of us. The only one he had to remember was north, and so
that worked perfect.
Yeah, so that worked perfect. So he kind of, could kind of get his bearings at least. So that helped him out. So he's like, that's a good trick, Mom.
Yes, okay, about 20 minutes away, we have a highway called 84.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a sign that says west. And that's the way we go to New York, Connecticut. I can remember that one sign out of everywhere in my whole surroundings in my life right now. So I know when I'm going that way, I'm heading west. That's the only thing I remember. But anything this side of it, I'm lost. And I wouldn't find my way out of a paper bag, girl. I just wouldn't. And Chris knows this, and he stands. When we would go to the casino years ago, we'd go to the same casino room. The same one all the time. And he'd still have to walk with me to the bathroom and stand outside of the door, because the minute I walked out that door, it's so overwhelming. And I knew the layout of this one casino room by heart, and I still would get lost leaving the bathroom.
So, in other words, Lee is directionally challenged.
I say it all the time.
Yep.
I say it all the time. They all know me.
I'll tell her, okay, there's a storm coming south here, and she's like, where? Oh, I'll have to say the town. I'm like, I'm zooming into the map so I can give her a town, because she knows the names of the towns around her, but to tell her what direction it is.
I'll be that person that gets lost in a group of people, and I'm wandered off somewhere in the woods, totally lost forever. Telling you.
Okay. Here's a trick. If you're ever wandering into the woods and you want to make sure you're going by a straight line, you look straight ahead of you and go to the right of the first tree, and then you go to the left of the next tree you come upon, and then the right, and it'll keep you in a straight line instead of veering to the right or the left.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Now expect me to remember that and follow that the time it happens. Not gonna happen.
When you're in full panic mode because you don't know where the hell you are.
And my arms
We
are
have to put
used
rope
to
on the trees
if
for
I
the
needed
travel
my
with it.
arms to, if I needed these arms to save my life by hanging on, I would be a dead person because I couldn't save my own life to save
Oh, yeah, me either. Yeah.
Yeah,
no
no,
upper body strength. Chris says I have upper body strength. I don't see it.
I forget what I was doing last night, and I thought I was going to pass out, putting something over my head for more than 10 seconds. I was like, what the heck is going on?
I can hold my husband's hand, and you know how our fingers interlock like that?
Yeah.
And he can just barely squeeze, and I'll feel like my fingers are going to be crushed. And I'm like,
Same
what
here.
is just wrong?
Same
What
here.
happened to me? You're like, ah.
Chris doesn't understand. I have the same problem. The tiniest bit of pressure hurts my fingers. Oh my God.
Don't mind me looking at my
It's not just me, guys. It's not. I thought it was just me being a. No, it ain't just me.
Mm-mm.
No, there's other
Comes with the
pussies
program, I
around.
think.
I'm one of them.
I think it comes with the program, right?
Yep.
I'm looking at myself and my hair's all over the place. And
Oh, girl, look at this. Like, I got my hair pulled back and it's all funkified and oh well. Oh well, if they come for the beauty like pageant, then they're probably gonna have to find a different.
There you go.
If they're getting all the full glam, they've come to the wrong place.
I'm just
And
grateful.
not
I
doing a
put clothes on the
swimsuit
right side out today.
competition,
Usually I put them something on inside out and backwards. So I'm doing good today because I see this is the front.
I'll spare everybody the swimsuit competition.
Oh heck no, I won't even.
Oh my gosh.
In a few years. And even if I did wear one, I'd still put on a t-shirt and shorts over it.
Oh yeah.
I got these crazy looking bird legs. I ain't about showing those off.
Well, it's like we had a friend give us it's like a 30-foot swimming pool, and which is awesome, and above ground one, and it just had a couple of holes in it that we patched, and that's it. But everybody was like, "Why did you put it way down there?" Because I have it way down by my garden. It's like a quarter of a mile away, basically down on the back side of the property, and I'm like, well, because I want to actually get in my swimsuit, and I don't want the 1,000,001 people that drive in and out of our driveway gawking at me while I'm in my swimsuit. I want to feel comfortable.
Yeah.
And it's nice. It's just like I want a privacy fence around it, but otherwise it's nice.
Yeah, we don't have a fence around it, but we have neighbors on this side, and they have an in-ground pool, but we have trees and bushes that cover everything. But in the winter, they all die down. So
yeah,
we're not out there anyway, and we're not in the pool. So it works out.
Yeah.
But I have this one, we don't have a deck on the pool yet. We just couldn't afford it yet. And the ladder to go up, and my old lady legs, I just can't, it shakes. And I'm like, Chris, you're going to have to stand on the side of the ladder in case I fall.
Oh, do you know what my husband did for me? He built me, since it's an above ground pool, he built me a deck. And actually, he drilled holes where the legs of the ladder on the side that's going on the outside of the pool goes through the deck. So the deck stabilizes. And he put pins underneath, so it pins. So it stabilizes. So when I'm crawling out of the pool, the ladder's not all jiggly.
Yeah,
and
we got to work on that. But here, to build a deck, we have to get a permit, and it was like over $10,000, and I couldn't stop doing that with the money when I wanted to put it towards more important needs than
no kidding. No kidding. And my husband built this. We live out in the middle of nowhere, so we don't have to ask.
You don't have to have permit?
Mm-mm.
Oh, we have to have a permit for everything here.
No, we've built sheds, carports.
Can't have any of that without a permit here.
The only thing you need for permits out where you are preferred is what, like septic or something like that? You're gonna
No,
build
we
a
didn't
new
have to
septic?
have a permit for the septic over there because we're not near any like ponds or rivers or anything
Oh,
like
so
that.
that's
So we
better,
we
yeah.
have a well, but it's a deep well. Like it's like literally 180 feet, I think. Actually,
Yep.
180 feet. So we don't. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now it may be different if we want to like do like a retainer pond or something like that. Like,
Yeah.
but
You have to go by
other than
yeah.
that, yeah.
for that.
Yeah, everything here. They want a permit. They
Oh,
want your money. They want, and when you go, like when we put the pool in, me and Chris had to get out there with a measuring thing, and we had to on our plans for the house. We have to literally draw out on the plans where we're gonna put the pool and write the measurements. So we had to get out there and measure. I had no idea what to do. So
Mhm.
you should have seen us out there doing this, trying to measure and chalk line.
gosh.
Yep.
For the deck, you have to do the same thing. So now you have to have the plans for the pool and the deck and measure. It's got to be a certain amount of feet away from the house. If it attaches to the pool, well, no. Okay, a deck out here, if it's going to attach to the house, you have to have an inspection after.
To make sure it's
If it's
attached
not
to-
going to attach to your house, you can just put anything up and you don't have to worry about a permit.
Right.
So, with me being challenged with the whole map process,
And if
to
you get
try to
the
get this whole thing done was quite comical for the pool. I couldn't even attempt to do the deck because we had to measure. It has to be so many feet from the perimeter of your house, so
Yep.
many feet away from the what do you call that? For your property.
The easement, yeah.
Yeah.
Everything.
And
There's so
plus-
many different rules that I couldn't figure out how to get out there and measure it properly.
And plus with that kind of deck on the above ground pools, because my youngest son has ones, they had to make sure there was fencing all around and that the stairs have to go up and lock a certain way. And
Mm.
And our pool's
kids
here.
I'm so thankful we don't have to mess with any of that. We don't have, I mean, we live in the country, out here, so we don't even have to deal with HOAs or anything like that. Praise God. I don't
We
want to
don't
do
have to
it.
get away, thank God. But I
yeah,
know
even if me and Chris decided to put an in-ground pool in the same spot where the above ground is, they would still have to have it fenced in and gated and locked.
Yep.
Mm.
we have to literally have, even though we don't have the deck, our stairs have to have a locking system for when we're not home.
Yep.
Per our insurance company, first of all. I found that out too.
Wandering kids.
Yep.
That's another thing.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah.
I wish
It's a lot.
we didn't have all these strict rules like you guys have, such lenient rules down there. But
Yeah.
Yep.
and it was even last year, but the year before all this mess, the prices for a simple deck were out the roof.
Mhm.
And at the time, I wanted to put our money in a better place, like preps.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because a deck wasn't a need at the time.
It's not a
Still not.
necessity.
It's not.
You
No.
can live without a deck. You can't live without food, water, meds, whatever,
Yep. And since all this has been going on, that's where I focus my thoughts and my money goes to what will keep us living in the same standard of what we're living now for a while.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I agree.
someday I'll get the deck, and that maybe before I stop using the pool, hopefully.
Oh, and
Kids
there was a shortage on the chlorine tablets this year anyway. So
Yeah.
like I could not keep my pool right chemically at all. So
I was lucky. I always every year buy an extra bucket or two. So I had already years before bought a couple buckets extra.
yeah.
And we just found, and normally when we get our buckets, it was like a 25-pound bucket, and it was $70. This year it was 130 for
Yeah.
the same size.
Yeah.
We were able to
Over
finally
double.
find one, but it took a while.
Yep.
I'm like, wow.
Yep.
So
You see what Beach Almond said? Well, Florida, they usually tend to fence it in anyway, screen it in the Lanai area because of the fact of the gators and stuff anyway, too.
I can't even imagine
they have-
gators crawling into your freaking
Oh god. Or a python.
Well, the turtles, they're huge out there, too. You get big turtles in certain areas that are wicked huge.
I can't
They're
even
spiders like this. They look like thin, not fuzzy, not as fuzzy, like tarantulas, big black spiders. And I was telling
Imagine
them,
Yeah.
the door and there's a spider standing there.
no.
I'd lose my shit.
And the
No.
mice out there are not like really mice. They look like little lizards.
My daughter, speaking of spiders, my daughter, whenever she was probably ninth grade or something. She went to ride her 4-wheeler out in the pasture out here.
Mhm.
And she was going between two smaller trees. Okay, so they're vertical and they're pretty close to each other, but she was gonna drive between them. And about the time she got up in between them, she realized there was a giant orb spider, like one of those huge that looks kind of like a banana spider. And
Oh, yeah, that's
about the
easy,
time
right,
she got
yeah.
close to it, it jumps on her off
Oh,
of the web. It jumps on her and crawls all over her.
Oh.
She froze.
Yeah, Peach Almond to the banana spider is what I'm talking about. She knows. She was in the same area that I was.
Oh no. Are you there? Okay. She's like, Mom,
Yep.
Mom. And she couldn't even tell me what was going on. I finally like, Shawnee, calm down and tell me what's going on. And she told me about this spider and how it attacked her.
I can't do spiders. I'd be the same way.
Oh.
Nope. I think I got bit. I don't know if I can find it, but I woke up with a little bite mark.
The 2 dots.
No, it was just one. It's gone down now. But
Usually
my
they
gosh,
stick next to each other because they have.
no, it was just one dot. So I'm thinking I got bit by something while I was sleeping. I'm like,
No,
It could have been
spiders are real close to each other.
Could have
Dots.
been no
Yeah.
telling.
just enough to gross me out, though.
Yep.
Oh, God.
It took me forever to stop laughing to tell her, did you get bit? Are you okay?
Because she was freaking out so much she couldn't even get it out to you. You're like,
That would
oh,
be me.
where we going with this?
She was like terrified, and her eyes were just huge. And
But those things, the banana spiders, that's Beach Almond was mentioning it. Beach Almond's in the same area that I used to live in. They are called the black spiders I'm talking about, the banana spiders. So yeah, I can see that thing just chooping right at her.
and she said it crawled, it jumped on her and it crawled around her, and then it crawled
peed
down
my
the front
pants.
of it and went up under the
This would
four-wheeler.
have been me. This would have been me. Passed right out. What the?
I would have peed my pants, fell over, rolled around, freaked out, started
Oh,
crying.
yeah.
Snakes I'm okay with. I used to handle them when I was little, but spiders, it gives me goosebumps when I watch them even on TV, like that. Oh my God, it's coming for me thing.
Snakes too. I can't do snakes either.
Whenever my husband and I first got married, we lived near here, and I was driving back from town, and all of a sudden the road just looks like it's moving, and tarantulas migrate through here. So
Oh,
the road was covered like in black with this big wide,
Like what
probably
you see in the
quarter
movie?
mile wide
giving me a stomach ache just thinking about it.
thing of tarantulas crossing the highway, and I'm like, oh my God.
Like what you see in the movies, right? So they
Yeah.
really did get that from that. Jesus.
What if they got in your car somehow?
They
Through an
can.
air vent.
They can.
Oh my God.
They can.
It was crazy. But yeah, they migrate through here, but it's not that massive all the time when they migrate. But yeah, I've never seen it that bad since. But wow, there was a lot of spiders, and it was just like a wide streak of black, big hairy tarantulas crossing the road.
See you going across the road. Yeah. No thanks.
Be Charming wants to know what state you live in, Tasha.
I live in far western Oklahoma, not in the Panhandle, down in the central western Oklahoma, just about 7 miles from the Texas Panhandle, as the crow flies. So, yeah, we're almost to the Texas Panhandle.
I can't do it. I can't do those kinds of things. Oh,
They migrate, I think, like from Kansas down through Texas and Kansas and Oklahoma, Texas and Oklahoma panhandles and the catty corner down through here. Just, ugh.
I'm so glad you guys came on. It's nice to have you on. I'm not staying on. In about 15 minutes, I'm going to shut it down and I'm going to take my tablet my laptop in the kitchen and start baking. So I'll be on your live. Crazy. I just looked it up. I figured, oh my God, nobody's on. I can actually do a live for a few minutes.
No, that's fine. When I texted you earlier, I was asking you if you were done with the kids because I was going to say my FedEx friend's coming at 9 to come grab me to bring me up to get my prescriptions. Well, whenever she gets here, because she is coming from a different town, a couple towns over. She got to drop her son off at school first. And then I'll go on when I get back because she's going to go back home to get ready for her appointment. She just had a benign, they're going to take out more of a benign cyst on her ovary. They said 10% of it, like the edge of it, looks like something cancerous. So it's the normal ones that us women get, but sometimes those can be really bad with the
I mean, it can be a precursor to cancer. So
because I
better to go ahead and get it taken care of.
Yeah, but she had some kind of surgery to have her removed. Since the last time you guys seen my FedEx friend up here, she had gone like 2 weeks later after that for surgery, and she's been out of work since, but she doesn't know when she's going back. I said, are you going to be all right coming here she wanted to come hang out. So I'm like, you gonna be? She's like, I'm not supposed to be driving, but I'll come visit you. And I'm like, what are you doing? But she's like, I feel okay. I'm not moving. And I was like, all right. So when you get here, just text me. I'll come downstairs. We'll go get a cup of coffee and grab my medicine.
I'm not sitting on my foot, be charming.
No, don't sit on your foot.
Nope, I'm not. And my legs, I got my legs crossed, my knees over the other knee, but my foot's dangling.
I took a shower and I washed my face, and you know when you can feel where you had something before, you just pick.
Man, B's making sure y'all are following good habits here.
Yes, she is, because she knows me already.
Yeah.
I do that too. I fall asleep or I lose circulation from putting my foot up under my butt whenever I'm sitting in my chair.
Yeah, and I can only do it with one leg. The other leg, I can't get it in that. I can't do it.
It just doesn't fit in the groove right, does it?
No, it does not.
No.
It has to be my left foot under my butt, my leg, or I can't do my right one. It just doesn't work. Yes, be charming. That's why you're here.
Yes.
Count on you.
Definitely.
Count on you, girl.
I don't know how you can sit on your foot though, Leah. I can't even bend my knees squat down long enough. If I squat down too long, I'm like, somebody get me up.
Oh gosh.
Sitting on my foot.
I can't get up after. No.
I'll have mercy. Yeah. I need something to hold on to pull up.
And then if I'm on the couch doing it, I have to take and hold my pant leg at my ankle and lift it up by my pant leg.
It's so funny. It's like all one day you're young and the next thing you know you're like groaning every time you go to stand up or sit down or bend over to grab something.
In the car. I'm sitting in the drop-off line in the car with Sierra, and I lifted my arms up and put them back, on the seat. And all you could hear was this big pop.
Yep.
And Sierra's like, Mom! I said,
wait till you get it.
I hear every morning when I wake up, girly.
Yeah. Oh, I used to I worked in an assisted living, and there was a little lady I would take to the because I was I was activities and social services director, but also did transport. And so I was taking her to her hair appointments, and I'd go to lift her up out of her wheelchair, and she'd just go every single time.
But she probably thanked you for it, right?
Oh, no.
Felt better.
No, bless her heart. Oh. But I loved her. But she was one of those people that thought that, if she wore her lipstick higher up, all around her lips, it'd make her lips look fuller. Yeah. So she'd have her lipstick way up here and around. She was the sweetest lady, and she had the southern accent, very proper, But she had such a big lipstick on, but she thought it made her lips look full. So.
Hey, Sandra Moody. Good morning, CJ.
Morning, Sandra.
Oh, I sound the same way. Rice Krispie treats, snap crackle pop. Yep.
Oh man.
Especially the ankle I showed you. That one, it feels like the screw's still in it. It would
Love
do
you too, Sandra.
It would click every time you walk. My foot sounds like it's clicking like I'm a toy. Click, 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 click. I'm like, yeah, you can find me. Can't sneak away from nobody. I'm clicking.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I would never be able to sneak through the house because it's not as bad now that I'm older, but yeah, you would hear my ankles just clicking as I'd walk whenever I was younger.
Yep. It's
Now
bad.
there's days I really wish I would pop. Like if I could just pop.
It feels like it's stuck, right? And
Yeah.
you just wanted to go, will you please just pop, please? I want to.
My ankles do that. I feel like
Yeah, I used to work for a chiropractor, and they'd bend me like a pretzel and just snap, snap, snap. And now I think I would probably like just pass out or die or break in two.
Yep.
Oh my God. I remember when I was 16, I thought 30 was old. I said, I'm never going to get old. I remember still saying that to my friend. I can remember where we were and saying it.
And now do you feel like you're old at this age? I mean, like, this is not old. See, to me, this is not old. Like, I mean, people that were my age back when I was a kid, this was definitely old. But now that I'm this age, I'm like, I ain't old because, I mean, I may feel old, but I'm not old.
I know. I feel the same way. I'm like, my body's just telling me different now and my limitations and it's insane.
What's that old song? That bump and grind song? My body's telling me yes, my mind's telling me no, or something like that.
Han Solo, yeah, because she was very Southern lady. I'm pretty sure maybe Georgia, like Southern Georgia.
Proper,
like
right?
Yeah. So her bless your hearts, a lot of them were probably like an insult.
Mm-hmm.
True Southern.
Yeah.
Definitely.
That's when they meant you doing something wrong. Half the time when they say bless your heart.
Yeah, there's the kind of bless your hearts. There's like, oh, I'm so sorry. I feel bad for you. And there's the
you figure out the difference.
Oh my
because
God,
when
I'm
you
sorry,
you're moving something, when you bring them a sandwich, they're like, oh, bless your heart. When you move
Mhm.
something, they're like, oh, bless your heart. The tone.
yeah, there's two ways. There's
a
two
tone.
ways.
Yeah.
I saw somebody in here not very long ago that thought that because somebody said bless your heart, they had told a story and somebody said bless your heart, they thought that they were insulting them, and everybody had to explain, no, there's two different bless your hearts,
Yeah.
There's one like compassion, and then there's one that's just like, you an idiot.
Yeah, why you doing that? Type thing.
You an idiot.
And they do that in the movies too. They still have it monotone like that.
Bless your heart.
Yeah. When they're doing something so stupid, like, really? You fool?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be nice right now.
Being nice is no fun.
Mm.
All right. Yep. So I am going to shut this down so I can get my computer in the other room and start cooking. Baking. I'm just baking. I gotta use up some of these cookie mixes. They're going like on their expiration date, and I want to get them out of the cabinet and ready and cooked so that the kids have cookies for the weekend to snack on. And I bought an egg, sausage, egg, and cheese. Sausage, egg, McChicken. I don't know what they call it. Not McChicken, McMuffin. And I never get these, but the meal had two of them and a soda or a coffee and a hash brown. So I had one. I got this one. I'm going to put I'll probably freeze it or put it in the refrigerator and save it for tomorrow.
No, that's bad.
Yeah.
No.
Why not? Throw it in the air fryer or something. And
I'll have to have Haley call you to tell you what they do at McDonald's. What it is. Yeah.
Is that bad?
Just eating any of that preserved shit.
What do you think they have in the frozen ones in the freezers?
Preserved stuff, but I don't eat it no more.
I'm not wasting it. I don't usually
have my burritos. You want my burritos?
I'm not going to have my head in a vice grip just to go get a burrito. You know how I get on that ride down that road.
You can eat them for me.
Hey, Ginger. Good to see you, girl.
Yes, Ginger Ninja's in the house.
Ninja.
Oh, I got a lot of
Do
work.
it that way.
You know
All
what?
right. Well, y'all have
I'll go live until she gets here, and then when you bring your thing in the kitchen, and then we can
That white hair.
These little clippers or these little clippies are so great. These little snap clippies.
Oh yeah, I got them right here. See?
Yeah.
It's just Sarah Wings want to let go.
And I got the bigger ones too, right here.
It's her wings. They want to just let go and be free.
It's my
I know. I always
former-
say fuzzies.
it's
It
the
doesn't
former
matter.
white hairs that are trying to just keep getting out from underneath it. It's the white hair.
Because they're fine. They're so fine. They just work their way out. You
Yep.
know?
Yep. They do. A
Oh,
lot of
yeah.
things that work their way out that shouldn't.
All right. Well, y'all have a blessed day.
Yes, I'm glad you stopped in.
Thanks for having me on, girl.
Anytime, girl. Anytime
Good
you
to
see
see
me,
ya.
pop up here.
All
And say hello.
Good
I
to
try
see
to,
you.
but I'm going to be honest. Like I've said to everybody, around 5 o'clock, I settle down on the couch, so
Mhm.
I don't join the chats too often because my fat fingers hit all the wrong letters on my phone. So I will say hi to everybody in like a blanket
Yeah.
hello, but I won't sit there and individually chat if I'm on.
Oh
the
yeah. Oh, I
Yeah.
don't blame you. Sometimes I type in their names, and sometimes I'm like, especially like because I have a permanent headache. Like I never don't have a headache, and
Mhm.
sometimes that really affects my vision, and sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah.
And then I get sinus headaches and migraines on top of that. Sometimes, not all the time, but
Oh,
like barometric pressure changes with those
Mhm.
with the some of the headaches. So, like there's times when I'm like, sorry, I'm on my phone, and I just say hi, everybody.
Yeah.
yeah.
And
There's
at
too
night,
many hours
after
for that
5,
one.
I settle down. Usually, I try to get on the couch at the end of the night, and that's when because on this computer, when you start typing a name in, the whole name comes up, and you can just
Yeah.
click it and go. But on your phone, I can't get it to where
Doesn't
the
do
whole
that.
name, I have to hand type out the names, and then I forget how to spell them halfway
Yeah.
through it. So
When you're doing real quick, when you're doing these live streams, you like this, like where our faces are like this, like up so close, or do you know how to switch it to where you can make them go back where it's more
Next frame
rectangular?
over. Nope. Next
Just
one.
keep playing with it. There's
back.
one that will do it.
There you
Yeah,
go.
there you go.
That's perfect. I know I don't look good
Yeah.
when I'm like this.
That way you can actually see more of them like this. I mean,
Yeah.
it's your live stream. You can do whatever you want.
I know how to do it. I just don't remember to. And
You
like
forget.
she's always moving people around like tic tac squares, and I pretty much just forget, and I just leave everybody where they are. I don't
there-
pay attention to
I
it.
get self-conscious because I feel like people are able to count my nose hairs
Can
whenever.
you guys hear us? Hello? Can you see us? We're talking to you. No.
Do you see my liver down my throat?
Do you see my liver spots? Hold on.
Oh,
I
yeah,
have tonsils.
tonsils? Can you see my tonsils?
Yeah.
Mine are gone. So if they can see mine, there's an issue.
Yeah, hold on. I'll throw some popcorn at you. Ready? Open up. No.
Oh God. All right. Well, I'm glad you popped in here, honey. Thank you so much.
Thank you, my dear.
Yes,
Bye,
good
everybody.
seeing you again. I had a dream about this. You know that?
Did you?
Yeah, I did. This is weird.
Everybody in chat, I'm going to drop down. Thank you for coming. Go over to Crazy Irish. She's going to start a live. I'm going to bring my laptop in there and start baking. So I will see you all in a little bit.
Okay. Thank you for having me up. Thank you
No problem.
for catching that I was in a towel. I didn't realize you weren't. Because you were sitting where you always do. Oh, God.
All right. I got to get my computer. All right. I'm dropping it down. See you guys.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, and broadcast.